Hi, all. This is the second episode in my series, Boss Babes, and I am here with Julie Johnson. I'm super excited to be here with her. She is my favorite lender. I just can't say enough about Julie. I have worked with her quite a bit, and she has done an incredible job every single time, closed every deal beautifully, and just has, a lot of out of the box thinking, truly one of a kind in her industry. And as you guys know, as an agent, I can choose, I have a big variety of lenders to choose from. And so I do choose to work with her whenever, my clients, choose to work with her as well. And I always recommend her because she really is incredible. As you all have a ton of agents to choose from. And so, you kind of know how that goes. But let's just kind of get to it. So Julie has been in the industry for over 24 years. Last year alone, she worked with over 300 families, and that's a big deal. She really is the top in her industry. And so I wanted to bring in an expert to just kind of answer some questions about what's happening in the industry right now. And so we're just going to kind of dive right into it. I'm going to make it short and sweet for you all, and we'll kind of get right to it. Is there anything else that you want to add, Julie, before we move forward?
Well, that's so sweet of you. Thank you so much. And that means a lot to me, to work with your clients and your referrals, but you also have to know that your clients absolutely love you. So it's a joy when it all is one big happy family, isn't it?
Yeah.
So thank you for that.
Yeah, and thank you for being here. I appreciate your time.
My pleasure.
So the first question I'm going to ask is, as a lender, what are you currently seeing with lending today?
It's a great question, Sharon, because lending today is really interesting. We now kind of say pre-COVID, and if I could describe pre-COVID, if you could think of like a big circle of all the different lending products that you could do, like down payment assistance, jumbo loans, just some out of the box stuff like bank statement programs, self-employment programs. Since COVID has happened and investors are a little worried about unemployment, which, can cause, missed mortgage payments, the circle has gone down a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of, contracted probably a lot more than what we thought it was going to happen, but it has been increasing again.
Mm-hmm.
So there was a time where we didn't have jumbo loans for a week or so, and now we have jumbo loans again. So, there's a lot of fear going on with investors and of course with clients. So I think a lot of investors took a safe approach, but now it's opening up again. But the one bright spot in this economy is actually our incredible low rates.
Okay.
So rates are low, and I know that's top of mind with a lot of our clients. What's the rate? What's the mortgage payment? Mm-hmm. And truly, it's great. And I really believe that it's going to be this great for at least this year. Okay. So that's what I'm seeing right now. But I also am seeing a lot of clients, getting into homes right now, and there were a lot of escalation clauses. Yeah. And multiple offers, pre-COVID, but we still are seeing them. Yeah. on homes that are fantastic. So it has slowed down, but there is definitely great opportunity along with the great lower rates.
Mm-hmm, definitely. And just for folks out here, if you do have questions for Julie, you can feel free to email her. I'll provide a link. And also you can comment down below, and I'll tag her so she can answer any of your questions. If you have any more questions about, more specific questions about what she's saying. So yeah, no, thank you. That was great. That was really informative. And so I'm going to move on to the second question, unless you have more to say about this specific one.
Not
Okay.
right now.
So if a buyer wants to take a break during COVID, what should they do to prepare before they, get back to it?
That's a great question. And Sharon, really what I am telling my clients is, if you want to take a break, I totally understand. You don't want to go into a home, but if you're chomping at the bits after COVID is over or restrictions have lifted, you really want to get yourself aligned to be ready to pounce. The one great thing about where we live is it's such a great economy. We have great jobs, great companies, Amazon. I mean, it's a great place to be, really. So I truly believe that after the shelter in place lifts, I really think that it's gonna be gradually increasing as far as multiple offers again. So get yourself pre-approved right away. We always stay in touch with our clients during this pre-approval process.
Yeah.
Pre-approvals are usually good for 4 months. That's after the 4 months, that is when we have to re-pull your credit. But just be pre-approved. We'll also be in contact with you, or you can be in contact with your lender. So just be ready. That's probably my best advice.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you. I appreciate that. And you're really good at doing that for folks and getting them underwritten. And that's something that, folks have questions for Julie or for me about getting underwritten, et cetera. Before you kind of look into the market, feel free. So we're going to move on to the next question. We have a couple more. So would you say it is still a good time to buy based on what, what you're seeing?
I actually do. And if you can think about people in the industry, even people are refinancing, people are purchasing, but it really depends on what your goals are. So for instance, if I have a client that tells me, I don't know how long I'm going to live in this home, probably less than 4 years, then I would probably say, why don't you just wait a little bit and see what happens? But most of our clients, they're having kids and they need more room, or they want to actually, start investing in equity, building their wealth and buying a home.
Yeah.
And they think they're going to be in the home for more than 5 years. And absolutely, this is a great time to buy, coupled with the low interest rates. You could ride the waves of, values going up and down, and that's just what happens. That's how things are. I was here in 2008 when we had the real estate crash, but that's a different crash than it is today. That was really a mortgage related and real estate crash. This is because of a virus that's affected us all. However, we will overcome it. And I really feel strongly that we're just going to bounce back. So.
Yeah. I mean, I would echo your sentiments based on what I'm seeing, on my end. It's nice to hear that you're echoing that as well. And so, yeah, I'll just ask you 2 more questions. So would you, is it a good time to refinance at this time? Would you recommend that?
That's a great question. If you have a rate north of 4% and are thinking of a 30-year fix, then it's definitely a good time to call your lender and see if it makes sense to refinance. And if you're going to be in your home for at least 3 years, because there are closing costs involved when you refinance, and those are usually added to the loan amount. So there's really no out-of-pocket costs, and you end up actually skipping a mortgage payment. But it really, you want to make sure that you're being smart about it and not going to sell, in a couple of years. So that's my advice.
Yeah, definitely. Awesome. Thank you. I appreciate that answer. Okay, so one more, and then we're gonna close out. We're gonna close shop. So, and this is a COVID-related question. So, if a client is laid off due to COVID, when might be a good time for them to buy?
Right. Great. COVID-related, absolutely. If you're laid off or furloughed, as soon as you get your job back, and you have, we can see a pay stub that you're there. That is not going to be a problem.
Okay.
If you're laid off, but then your income has been reduced, we'll just calculate your income, your pre-approval on your current income. Okay. So yes, but that gap of unemployment is really not a problem. Even before COVID, if we had a client that was unemployed for 6 months, it wasn't a problem as long as they were in a new job. That wasn't a self-employment job, but a W-2 wage earner job. Not a problem at all.
Okay, awesome. No, and I know a lot of folks have been asking that question, so it's a huge one. So yeah, is there anything else you want to say before we say goodbye?
Oh goodness. So just that I've been doing this for 23 years, and it's I'm really passionate about it, and I love what I do, and I know I can see that you feel the same way. You're always excited to show homes, and you're so great with your clients. So no, I love it. It's amazing. I feel privileged and honored to help my clients.
Yeah, yeah, and I know you do, and they all just love you. Everyone, that's worked with you that I've recommended, and you've never steered them wrong. You've done an amazing job. So I really appreciate that, and I appreciate working with you, and being in partnership, and yeah. So I appreciate your time, and obviously look forward to more more deals with you, and just wanting to support our community, and just kind of thinking about folks right now. So, with that, if folks have questions for Julie, I will provide her information, and feel free to comment below, or give her a ring or email her, etc. And I know she'll be happy to answer your questions. And yeah, thank you so much, Julie. I appreciate your time.
Thank you, Sharon.
Thank you. Bye.
See you later. Bye-bye.